Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his wife Sara welcomed Vice President Vance and his wife Usha at his office Wednesday.
In the last year, we've had an unmatched alliance and partnership with the United States. That is changing the Middle East, and it's also changing the world.
We have a very, very tough task ahead of us, which is to disarm Hamas, but rebuild Gaza to make life better for the people in Gaza, but also to ensure that Hamas is no longer a threat to our friends in Israel.
On Tuesday, the vice president announced the opening of the Civilian Military Cooperation Center near Tel Aviv.
You have Israelis and Americans working hand in hand to try to begin the plan to rebuild Gaza, to implement a long-term peace, and to actually ensure that you have security forces on the ground in Gaza, not composed of Americans, who can keep the peace over the long term.
Vance repeated President Trump's warning that Hamas must disarm or be obliterated. Nevertheless, he says he's optimistic about the peace deal.
If we get from where we were a week ago to a long-term, durable peace between Israel and Gaza, there are going to be hills and valleys. There are going to be moments where it looks like things aren't going particularly well. But given that, and given the history of conflict, I think that everybody should be proud of where we are today.
Alex Trayman, CEO of Jewish News Syndicate, told CBN News Vance's visit is important because the U.S. needs to assess the situation on the ground and in the region. For Israel, they have to wait and see what happens with Hamas.
They're still a terrorist organization, and we have to watch and wait. But at least what this does is isolate Hamas, both in the international community and inside Gaza, and putting Israel in a position to finish the job if need be.
As for Qatar, Trayman said it's important for people to understand they're not peacemakers.
They're actually the protectorate of Hamas. Turkey also, promoting the Muslim Brotherhood. They have their sights on Gaza. They would like to see their influence be the next influence that fills the vacuum in the Gaza Strip. It's going to be incumbent on the IDF and hopefully with the United States' help to make sure that doesn't happen.
Overnight, Israel received 2 more bodies from Hamas. Ari Zalmanovich and Tamir Adar are both from kibbutz Nir Oz. Zalmanovich leaves behind 2 sons and 5 grandchildren. Adar is survived by his wife Hadass and 2 young children. Inside Gaza, Israel believes Hamas has about 20,000 fighters left, including new recruits. The IDF put out information on Hamas's Arrow unit, which operates as a secret police-style force to suppress Palestinian opposition to the terror group. The unit has about 1,000 armed operatives who maintain power through terror, surveillance, and executions, sometimes filming its violent acts to share on social media as a form of psychological warfare. In an effort to protect civilians in Gaza and warn Hamas, Israel laid down a visible yellow line in Gaza to indicate its line of withdrawal and the beginning of its military zone. Meanwhile, in biblical Samaria, hostage survivor Avi Natan Or received a hero's welcome in his hometown of Shiloh. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, I hope the pressure is still on Hamas. That's where the problem really lies. I think it's unfortunate the administration is sending a picture to the world that they're putting pressure on Israel to maintain the ceasefire. The pressure should always be on Hamas. I wish there were visits to Qatar. I wish there were visits to Turkey. Those are the 2 main sponsors of Hamas. They're the ones who vouched for Hamas, that Hamas would abide by the ceasefire. It's clear they're not. It's also clear that they want to hold on to power, hold on to their arms, and they're more than willing to kill Gazans in order to do that. Let's recognize who we are and who's on the other side of that peace treaty.